Top 5 Most Frightening UFO Sightings. Sightings of UFOs always ignite a debate about the existence of other life forms inhabiting the vast universe. As eyewitnesses couldn't be more certain of what they've seen or captured in photos and videos, cynics dispute them with plausible explanations or simply dismiss them as a hoax. Mind-boggling, eh? Let these UFO sighting stories enlighten you. Number 5. The 1957 Levelland Sighting. On November 2, 1957, the small town of Levelland in Texas brought the biggest news story and became the site of one of the strangest mysteries in America. At least 15 witnesses reported their unusual experience on those nights, which they believed was caused by an inexplicable force suspected as aliens. Their accounts had peculiar similarities, and a pattern of the occurrences was detected. They saw hovering above the roads a very bright object with orange, blue, and green hues similar to a fireball, and oval-shaped like an egg or a torpedo. As they approached the bright shape, their car engines stopped, and the headlights went out. Their vehicles functioned normally once the bright object flew away. Investigators rationalized that it was caused by a weather phenomenon like St. Elmo's fire, which is created by an electrical discharge in the atmosphere, or by an extreme weather event like ball lightning. But UFOologists argued that this isn't the case since there was neither an electrical storm, lightning, nor thunderstorm in Levelland at the time. You be the judge. Number 4. The 1976 Tehran Sighting. The early morning on September 19th, 1976 turned out to be a most unforgettable day in Tehran, the capital of Iran. There was a radar and visual sighting of an unidentified flying object, which Tehran residents described as a bright light in the sky. Tasked to investigate the sighting, 2 F-4 Phantom II jet interceptors searched for the alleged UFO, but as soon as they approached it, their electronic navigation and communication systems were suddenly disabled. One even reported experiencing a temporary weapon systems failure while preparing to open fire. Mysteriously, the systems were restored as the pilots withdrew from the site of the reported UFO occurrence. While alien believers quickly glorified the sight of a possible UFO, other specialists in the UFO field said otherwise, saying the pilot's incompetence caused the equipment malfunction, while the bright light that witnesses initially saw in the sky was a heavenly body, possibly Jupiter. As to the bright objects falling from the sky and leaving a bright trail, they were caused by 2 annual meteorite showers that also occurred on that day. Number 3. The 1980 Rendlesham Forest Sighting. The people in Suffolk, England had a post-Christmas surprise in 1980 when sightings of unexplained lights near Rendlesham Forest were reported starting on December 26th. At 3 a.m. on that day, a descending light was seen at the forest, but upon closer investigation, U.S. servicemen who were using the Royal Air Force Woodbridge near Rendlesham that time saw a glowing metallic object with colored lights. As it moved through the trees, nearby farm animals went into a frenzy. At daybreak, they saw triangular patterns of impressions on the ground, burnt marks, and broken tree branches. One serviceman later claimed encountering craft of unknown origin, but wasn't corroborated by other witnesses. During an investigation and radar reading done on the 28th, a flashing light was seen across the field, while 3 starlight lights were later seen in the sky. As with anything unusual, these sightings were linked with the claims of UFO landings, but the Ministry of Defense denied them, despite the Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt's memo, tape, and affidavit claiming the event was extraterrestrial in nature. Number 2. The 1989-1990 Belgium Wave. UFO sightings are usually fleeting and sporadic, or may last momentarily just as quickly as an eyewitness blinks. So just imagine the exhilaration of UFOologists when from November 29, 1989 to April 1990, Belgium became the center of a series of alleged sightings of triangular UFOs. It was known as the Belgian UFO Wave. Thousands of reports were filed by witnesses who claimed seeing a large object flying at a low altitude, with some stating that the craft was of a flat, triangular shape with lights underneath. The sightings peaked on the nights of March 30th and 31st, 1990. An unknown object with fixed lights in a triangular formation that changed colors rapidly was tracked on radar, and 2 Belgian Air Force F-16s were sent to investigate, but with 0 success of seeing the object. But in the next 2 weeks, 143 persons reported seeing the object after the March 30th incidents, and thousands followed suit in the next few months. The irony was, none of the witnesses was able to produce a photo, video, or any type of evidence. Thus, it remains an unsolved mystery until now. Number 1. The 2009 East Yorkshire sighting. In 2009, East Yorkshire in England was deluged with reports from residents about UFO sightings between May and September that year. Particular sightings that caused a stir were the bizarre events at Wilsthorpe Beach along a 25-mile stretch of the East and North Yorkshire coast. Witnesses reported that an odd-shaped object touted as a UFO entered the sea or caused passing vehicles nearby to grind to a halt. An octogenarian couple recounted that on September 14th at 11 p.m., they were amazed to see around 30 to 40 glowing UFOs above the coast. The elderly woman said the huge circle of boomerang-shaped crafts were silent, but there was an electricity going into the sea. Then the crew took off after a half an hour, lifting out of the circle in pairs at a 45-degree angle until just 2 were left, which shot off straight up, the woman added. Royal Air Force personnel landed on the beach the following day, sweeping the sea with metal detectors. Military presence in the area continued, although no evidence of UFO landings have been obtained yet. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel for your daily fix of awesome infotainment.